Hi, how you doing? My name is Rohit and I'll be breaking down the 11th match of this year's IPL, which saw the Lucknow Super Giants taking on the Punjab Kings in the Ekana Stadium in Lucknow. As usual, I'll start with the end result, which had the Lucknow Super Giants winning by 21 runs. And here's the thing, the funny thing is, at the start of the Punjab innings, as they were chasing, and about halfway through, you're thinking, this is Punjab's game to lose, which ultimately Punjab did lose. And I'm going to get to that. But before the match started, we had KL Rahul give the captaincy of the Lucknow Super Giants to Nicholas Puran. And then KL Rahul himself gets substituted out at the end of the Lucknow batting innings for Naveen ul Haq, which gives Lucknow another bowler to use as they start their bowling to defend their total of 199, which there's already a lot going on there. You're suddenly changing a captain just one game into the season. So there's already a lot going on there. We don't know the full story. Maybe KL Rahul just needs a break from the captaincy, but even then, why also take himself out as an impact sub? So there's a lot going on there. I think we'll get more details about that as the week progresses or even within the next few days. But Nicholas Puran comes in as captain in place of KL Rahul, and that's a pretty good switch. Nicholas Puran has some experience captaining the West Indies at the international level. If I remember correctly, he does have some captain experience in the CPL as well, the Caribbean Premier League. So this isn't some greenhorn who's just shoved into the leadership role because some team just has to trudge someone out there. No, this is an experienced captain. He has captaining experience in T20. So in that regard, okay, that's fine. And wicket keeping, here's the thing. In the base lineup, the Lucknow Super Giants already have three. So even if KL Rahul takes himself out, in the keeping respects, they have two keepers at the international level, Quinton de Kock and Nicholas Puran. So that's also not necessarily a problem. The only real problem I see is sort of optics. You're just changing your captain. But again, I think we're going to get more details about that within the next few days. And I'm not sure if this is a one-off thing or if this is going to be the setup for the Lucknow Super Giants going forward. But that just kind of popped into my head as I'm recording this. So I just want to put that out there. And with that, going into the Lucknow innings, there's not much to talk about. They had three batters score over 40. They had some hiccups here and there where they lost wickets in a heap. But ultimately, it never really affected them much because in the Lucknow innings, everybody kind of took turns as being the aggressor, accelerating the score, even when the run rate dipped. But overall, throughout their innings, they stayed around 10s, which reflects in their finishing with 199, which is effectively 200, which is 10 runs a ball. So no massive acceleration or massive deceleration. It was a team effort. Not too much to say. Now, going into the bowling, here's the thing. When Punjab started their innings, they opened with a 100-run opening stand. When you get that sort of stand to open an innings in a chase, especially a chase of this magnitude of 200, you are set up for success. But once Nicholas Puran decided to bring on Mayank Yadav, the debutant for Lucknow, the script entirely flipped. Mayank Yadav gets Johnny Bairstow, and then after that, it's just a complete collapse for Punjab, who were at 100 without loss. And then their first wicket falls when they have 102, and then within the next 35 balls, they lose 5 wickets while only scoring 39 runs. So now you're in the 17th over and you only have around 140. And next thing you know, you were behind the 8 ball immediately from a position where you had strong control of the innings. At one point, the required run rate was only around 12s, which in T20s, especially in chases, is effectively nothing. You're looking at somewhere around 72 from 36. That's effectively nothing in modern T20. There's nothing to worry about there, right? But no, Punjab just kept losing wicket after wicket after wicket, and they just didn't score enough. They were basically run a ball for that wicket-losing stretch, so you go from 12s, the next thing you know, that required run rate balloons to 18s. And that credit goes to Mayank Yadav, the debutant, who comes in and just hustles the Punjab batters with raw pace. He was bowling in the 150s consistently throughout. And that's huge because you need that sort of express pace to sometimes just hustle a batter. Even if the pitch doesn't offer much, if you have that raw pace, that can unsettle a batter. And here's the thing. Mayank Yadav is young, so as he gets more experience, he will learn some tricks like a slower ball, the slower Yorker, the wide Yorker, but showing that sort of raw pace and that sort of line and length control. Because if you watch the game, you never saw a ball where Mayank Yadav bowled it a little too wide or a little too short or a little too full. His line and length control was amazing. And usually when you get these sort of express seamers, they usually have a struggle with either line or length, sometimes even both. You don't see that with Mayank Yadav, and he's bowling consistently in the 150s, capping out on 156 kilometers per hour. That roughly translates to 98 miles an hour when you do the kilometers to miles conversion. That is ridiculously fast. And so you see this, and now you're thinking, if this guy continues to improve, if this guy stays fit, this guy could be the express seamer that India's been looking for what seems like the past decade. They've brought in some other people who have that sort of pace, who can bowl upwards of 145, 150, players like Umran Malik and such. But they usually either struggled with line or length, and they tended to go for runs at the international level. This is far too early to talk about any international talks for Mayank Yadav, but displaying that sort of line and length control at this young an age, if I remember right, he's only 21, 22, something like that. Very, very young, especially for a seam bowler, because normally you don't really see seam bowlers hit their stride until they're around 24, 25. But Mayank Yadav at 21 is displaying a lot of speed and a lot of control of line and length. And that's what allowed him to hustle the Punjab batters to start that batting collapse for Punjab. And then from there, Lucknow just wrapped it up smoothly. They got a big win. They got a pretty good net run rate boost. And they're off the mark in this tournament. There's nothing much more to say other than the man of the moment should be Mayank Yadav. If you are a fan of Lucknow cricket, you should be very excited about this kid. If you're a fan of Indian cricket, you should be very excited about this kid. This guy could be special. And he starts his career with a bang. 3 for 27 and a Player of the Match award. You, as a bowler, can't ask for a better debut, honestly. And so, that was pretty exciting to watch. But if you're a Punjab fan, now you're looking at this saying, well, yeah, he's really good and he did absolutely decimate our lineup, but where do we go from here? And the thing is, if you're a Punjab fan, the only real thing you can take away from this game is that your opening partnership is consistent. But the rest of the batting lineup, you cannot say the same, because that opening partnership took a while and they were very consistent and they just kept going. They had a steady run rate. They didn't play any false strokes until the last 2 overs before Johnny Bairstow got dismissed. But then after that, the wheels kind of came off. Nobody came in the middle order, decided to settle down. Pradyumna Singh had a few hits here and there, but his shot selection ended up getting him out as well. And then it's a hat and a hat sort of situation. You build up momentum and the wheels just fell off for Punjab. So make it that what you will. But again, the main story, Mayank Yadav for the Lucknow Super Giants coming in a 3-wicket haul on debut with ridiculous speed. Anyway, that's the breakdown of this game. I'll be back for the next games as well, as usual. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you for the next one. Thank you. Have a good one.